The crystal ball can't get in the dungeons, but it can get our friends out, Agatha countered. According to maps of Camelot, the dungeons are against the side of the hill, meaning the crystal ball can find that exact spot on the hill, which is where our rescue team will break in. Where is this spot, then? Professor Shiggs challenged, pointing a stumpy finger at the ball. Show it to us. I can't, at least not yet, said Agatha, her confidence faltering for the first time. Though Faye told us the ball is broken, it can only be used for a short time each day before it cuts off the connection. We need to save that time for when our students make it to Camelot and send us the signal. And you know how to use the crystal? Professor Animan prodded skeptically. Well, now that you mention it, that's the other problem. Agatha's throat bobbed. I can't turn it on. The room went silent. What? Kester blurted. It was glowing when I left Camelot. I thought that means it was working, Agatha stammered. But just now I took it in the bathroom and tried waving at it and shaking it and turning it upside down, and nothing happens. Kester nodded towards her, baring his teeth. You just sent my students into a lion's den, relying on a crystal ball you can't use. Agatha skirted around the desk. You are teachers. You know how to use it. We can't use it. You had done the tweet. Manny asserted, his baleful scroll returning. No one can use it except Clarissa, and we would have told you if you have bothered to ask us before risking our students' lives. Agatha turned west as a rose bush. I thought Merlin used it too. You should think less and know more, Manny lashed. To make a crystal ball, a seer takes a piece of a fairy godmother's soul and melts it with a piece of their own. That means every fairy godmother can only use the crystal made for her. To activate it, Clarissa would need to keep it still and look into its center at eye level. That is the only way it will work. If a fairy godmother wishes to give another access to her ball, then she can instruct the seer at the time of its making to have the crystal recognize a second person. If Merlin can use Clarissa's ball, then Clarissa chose him as her second. No one else can make the ball work. No one. Unless, that is, though they happened to name one of us her second before she ever came to this school to teach. Agatha couldn't believe what she was hearing. But there has to be some other way. Oh, really? Let's see. Manny mocked it, practically foaming at the mouth. He ripped open the face mask, dug past Tetro's jacket, and from its folds pulled out a dusty up the size of a coconut, blemished with scratches and a long jagged crack in its blue-tinted glass. Manny held it up to eye level. Look at that. It doesn't work. What about Uma? Can you make it work? he shouted it in front of the princess. Alas! No. Emma? No. Sheba? No. Kester? Yuba? Alexander? Yumi? No, and no. Like I said, completely, utterly worthless. He thrust it at Agatha, clocking her in the nose. The ball lit up. Manny dropped it in shock, but Agatha caught it, raising the crystal towards her face. The sphere glowed wintry blue, like luminescent ice, as she gazed into its center, a silver mist brewing inside. Guess I should have tried holding it still, she breathed. Teachers gathering around her, thunderstruck. Impossible, Manny croaked. But now the mist was taking shape, sneaking towards Agatha from the ball, as her sweaty palms left streaks on the glass. Doffey couldn't have named her as her second, Professor Animong sputtered. The girl wasn't born when the ball was made. Slowly, the mist inside the crystal conjured into a phantom face that pressed against the scratched-up glass, peering at Agatha through eyeless sockets. The phantom's face was foggy in texture and flickered every other second, as if suffering from a magical glitch. But the closer Agatha looked at the face, the more it seemed to shift between the features of Professor Doffey and the features of someone else familiar, someone she couldn't quite pin down. Then he spoke, his low, metallic voice clinching too, so Agatha had to string together the words. Clear as crystal, hard as bone, my wisdom is Clarissa's and Clarissa's alone. But she named you her second, so I'll speak to you too. So tell me, dear second, whose life shall I coup? A friend or an enemy, any time I'll allow. Say it loud, and I'll show you them now. Agatha opened her mouth to respond. Suddenly, she felt the ball withered out of her hands, and the orb went dark.